All right, all right. Hey, music producers, and sound designers. We're going to be diving back into Reaktor tonight, looking at creating a custom riser sound. If you're into sound design and you're into creating custom sounds, then you're on the right channel. Today, we're going to be building a custom riser and Reaktor blocks from scratch, and let's jump right into it. So, I'm going to start off here by first opening up my version of Reaktor. Once you got that open, we're going to dive into the section which we can build upon. So there's three different sections here. One is the play section, one is the patch section, and one is the build section. We're going to jump into the build section because it'll give us the most flexibility. So I'm going to first start off with the first blocks we need. So we're going to start with our node in. Going to use a node in block and start patching. So we grab our node in, and once we have a node in, I know that some producers may be tired of the same old effects, using the same old samples. So I thought maybe doing a riser in this session, would give exactly some kind of change in riser sound that you may be looking for in your next production. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So don't forget, after the session, drop a rocket ship or a like in the comment. Go like in the comments if you would like me to send you this patch. I'd be more than happy to send it to you. So I'm going to start with a node in, and then we're going to bring in a bento blocks collection. Going to bring in an oscillator. Then we're going to bring in a VCA. After the VCA, we're going to add an envelope. And let's see what else we need here. So I'm going to add another envelope, and I'm going to call it the pitch envelope. So I'm going to duplicate this one. And this one's going to be our pitch envelope. So pitch ADSR. And that's going to be connected to our oscillator. I'm going to start doing the connections that we need. Just start connecting them. And I'm going to connect the VCA straight to the oscillator, and then the oscillator to the then the envelope to the amp. So let's see what we have so far. Just going to bring the volume down. Okay, so we want to get that slow kind of modulation rising effect. So I'm going to change the envelope a little bit. I'm going to minimize this view so we can see all of our panels without wires on them. I'll bring them up here. This is our pitch envelope. This is our regular envelope. And then now that we got it all organized, I'm going to change the pitch. And I'm going to increase the modulation depth on the VCA. Okay, let's add some effects onto this. Go into the rounds collection, bring some reverb in. I feel like that'll help with the effect that we're going for. Add some delay. And then, let's see. So that's some LFO movement to this. It sounds like a pretty cool sound by itself, but we want to create a riser out of it, so see if we can add a little noise to it. Gonna add a little LFO movement. Oops. So we're getting more of a riser sound now. Something that we could use as a riser sound. So we could go ahead and we could even record this sound in. Let's see. Let's create a new file. Let's see. So we'll save it here. Some samples. Just call it riser wave. Save it there. And then we can record that in. Record. Hit play. Okay. So we got that saved. We can now save our patch. And we can actually head over to live and use this in our productions. We can manipulate that sample even more, make it into something that we really, really want. Go here. Just gotta remember where we saved it. Let's bring that folder in. And here it is. So we got the riser wave right here, bringing it in. And then we can hear what it sounds like. Just to make sure you guys can hear that. Okay. So there you can manipulate it as you want. I'm going to add a little bit of maybe some cable guys effects. Gonna add some shaper box. Maybe some crush. And there we go. We got our riser effect. That we can use in our productions. You can feel free once you're in live, you can pretty much manipulate it as you want. Make it louder, increase the amplitude. Turn it down a little bit. And there we go. We got our finished sample that we can ready to use in any production. We can change the key and a pitch. If we want to make it a little bit better, we can change the sample type. Well, that's the idea for today. Hopefully you got something from that. Hopefully you learned something about risers, creating effects, and using sound in your productions. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or want to learn anything further. Let me know what you want to see in the next episode. And peace out, and I'll see you in the next live stream.